Hello. As I'm recording this, we're July 1st, and for obvious reason, I'm not at the office. I'm home, I'm in basement, and what better way to celebrate Canada Day than doing some cleanup? I know it's not the biggest party, but it was really needed. I really needed that day. But that's not the topic for my midweek message. It's just that I want to today. I want to come back to what happened in the U.S. last Friday, as the U.S. Supreme Court um, invalidated the law that restricted wedding for people of same sex. So after this ruling, there's no more same-sex marriage. There's marriage. Period. Equal marriage for everyone. And well, you probably see it on the news or heard it on radio, on social media, whatever. You take your information. It was a big celebration. It was for those who worked so many years to achieve this victory, and those who lost, well, they were close to call the end of the world, the end of civilization, and mourning and grieving and all of it. Um, First of all, once again, congratulations to all of those who have fought this fight actively by going in front of court or supporting for being ally. And it makes me think of what happened here not that long ago. Sometimes we think, oh, it's been around for a while. No, what, 10 years or so? I don't remember the exact year, but it's less than 15. But what we discover is no, civilization did not end. It's not the end of the world. People get married, people get divorced like heterosexual people. It's all the same because love is love, and an individual is an individual, and we should have the same right. And what I'm saying here is should, because yes, the law is clear. But as we all know, there's one thing what the law says, and sometimes, unfortunately, what happened in our society is not exactly the same. Um, I will make a comparison, and it's not the same, I know, but when we look at what happened in the South, in Charleston, when we have the Confederate flag um on the capital land, and now there's I don't know, haven't watched the news recently. I'm doing some cleanup, but there's an attempt to bring that flag down and the law, but you can take down the flag. But we all know that racism will not disappear. The civil rights laws and change happened 60 years ago, but we're still having in the U.S. racial profiling and discrimination and racism. They're not. It's not because someone don't use the N word that racism disappear. And back to the case of the LGBTQ community, it's not because it becomes legal that discrimination, homophobia, or transphobia will disappear. Sadly, I hope it will happen, but it won't. And even more sadly, those who have been the source of the biggest discrimination in the US and also in Canada, this issue, are the churches, are us. Not maybe not us individually, but us as an institution. And that's also something that people from outside the church or inside the church don't get their head around. How can a religion based on the words of someone that says love one another, that's someone that accepted people as they were, the people following, it's all about sin, it's all about judgment, it's all about righteousness. And people don't understand. People don't understand. They say, why you Christian of all people cannot accept people for who they are and love them for who they are? And yes, why cannot we do that as Christian? That's the biggest challenge. And I think that's the call that we need to remind ourselves. In Canada also, it's not saying, oh, it's old stuff, it's in the past. Yes, the law have been passed. And yes, discrimination still happen today. Maybe not in our congregation, maybe not in our denomination, but it's still there. So what are we gonna do? Are we gonna say, oh, they can hire a lawyer and bring their case to the court and they will win and it's not my business? Or are we going to stand up and say, no, 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 that's not the kind of society I want to live in. That's not the society I want to give to my children, grandchildren. That's not the kingdom of God we're trying to build together. That's not acceptable. That's not enough. Legal is not enough. It has to be lived. It has to be integrated. It has to permeate our whole body, our whole in everything that we have, that everybody without exception deserve the same rights without exception, deserve the same love without exception, deserve the same acceptance, radical acceptance without exception. That's a big challenge for us and for this week, for probably the rest of our life. But it's a great challenge. And the outcomes are amazing. Have a great week. Take care of yourself. See you very soon.